Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard. And today what we're doing is we're doing a ranking of the opening scenes of Scream.
Hell yeah.
There's 6 of them. Mm-hmm. And some are better than others. I'll tell you that.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah, there's some stinkers in this one.
There's a couple stinkers. There's really only, to me, there's only like one stinker. Like one really bad stinker. Big creamy shit.
I don't even know how you want to do this. Do you want to start from best to worst or worst to best? Back to front or front to back? How do you want to do this shit?
I'm a front to back kind of guy. This is apple juice, by the way.
Yeah, this is apple juice.
So, all right, so yeah, we're going to do it from worst to best.
Worst to best? All
Worst
right.
to best. We're going to start out with my numero 6 on the list. 6. For you Spanish folk out there. Scream 4.
Damn.
Scream 4 has the worst opening ever. Because there's a bunch of fake ones. And then on top of that, when you do get to the real one, you're not sure if it's fake or not. Because the bitches in that scene seem like they could be in a fake one.
Yeah.
So it was really dumb. That's the worst opening. Because the opening has got to get you right in the nuts.
It's got to set the tone of the movie, kind of.
Right.
And I feel like this one definitely just like makes a mock out of it.
It's just jokey.
Yeah.
And then you find, is this real or not? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you finally get stabbed, and it's like, okay. And they tried to do the Tatum thing again, but they did it like reverse. Instead of Tatum getting drung up by the... Drung? Is that even a word? It is now.
It is now.
Getting drung up by the garage door. This bitch gets smashed by it. And stops her. But there's sensors on these bitches. Like,
Unless it's a new house,
there's
probably.
no fucking way that would happen.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's ridiculous. Turn her over. Stab.
That's it.
And you have Scream 4. Start it off. James, what do you got?
All right, well, this is going to be a little bit interesting because for my number 6, it is also Scream 4. Again, the same shit he said. Yeah, again, it's just that when it comes to Scream openings, it's supposed to set the tone of the movie.
Right.
And again, like I said earlier, this one, it just makes a mock out of the opening. It's just, there's 2 fakes, and then the real one, yeah, by the end of it, you're like, is this like the real one? Again, we said this shit a million times. We fucking put Scream 4, the whole ass movie, at the bottom. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen our movie ranking, go ahead and watch that shit up here.
In one of these corners.
Somewhere, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Scream 4.
Apple juice.
Shit movie and shit opening. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I have for my number 6.
I don't know if we're going to have the same on this. When we did our Scream movie rankings, surprisingly, me and James had the same exact list.
Hell yeah, that's crazy.
We didn't know each other's list going into this shit. And so, let's see if we can do it again. I have no idea.
I don't think so. I
have no idea.
I think we're not going to get it the same.
Okay, I'm going to go. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. Scream 3. Scream 3 is in my number 5 spot, my friend.
I cannot believe you right now.
Scream 3. I know. As much as I love Scream 3, opening-wise, you kill my boy Cotton. It didn't make a whole lot of sense why Cotton would know where Sydney was. It doesn't make sense at all. I think you just killed a familiar face just to get it going. I understand you gotta do what you gotta do, but yeah, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth because I fucking love Cotton. So that's why Scream 3 is mine.
I hope my acting skills were a little good because surprisingly, Scream 3 is also my number 5. Yeah, so pretty much the same thing goes for John and his reasoning why. It's just the fact that they killed Cotton way too fucking early. I liked him in Scream 2. He was a perfect, not only in Scream 2, he was a perfect red herring, but also for Scream 3, he could have been a perfect addition to the crew.
Yeah.
And they just killed him way too fucking early, and I just feel like he had a lot of potential.
Why in the fuck would Cotton know where Sydney is?
That's like a really big like.
Why wouldn't it be Gale?
Yeah.
Dewey.
Neil.
Neil. Yeah,
fucking
that would be the best.
The dad.
But like, why wouldn't Why would you think Cotton knows? Cotton's worried about himself. Well, he's on his show. He's got all this. Yeah.
Like, yeah, why the fuck would he even care? You know? Yeah.
It's a weak opening. His girlfriend gets stabbed.
They do to play What If, though. In the beginning.
For a second, yeah.
What if?
Yeah, it's just, it's not the best. That's why it's my number 5 spot. All right. Which brings us to the number 4 spot, if you're keeping track. Scream 5, bitches.
Damn.
Scream 5. Scream 5, even though it's a good opening, it's nothing wrong with it. It just seems pretty basic to me. Which is what they were trying to do. They needed that original feel for the new movie, the new era of Scream movies, and they succeeded. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's nowhere near as tense as the first one, though. Even though Tara, or Jenna Ortega, whatever you want to say, she is acting her ass off in that scene. I feel that she is scared. I feel that she is really getting stabbed. I mean, she's getting attacked. I believe everything with this chick. And when you see that one, when she's crawling away and Ghostface gets back up and he stands up and like looks at her, like almost Michael Myers like I love that. Like that's really cool. So there's a lot of good things in here. The only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is it was a little too obvious with Amber in the beginning when they were showing the footage of Amber, and you know this is a whodunit. And it's supposed to be like a live stream of Amber in her window. It's like, well, she's one of the killers, so I wonder who the other one's going to be. You know, it's too much of a fake out right away. And unless it's somebody else involved, how in the fuck did they know about the locks? How did they get the I don't know, the app or whatever it is to unlock your doors all around the house and lock them? Because
the fucking mom's involved.
She could be, but they never said anything. I'm just saying that, you know, it's nowhere near as good as they try to do the first one again, and it's decent, but it's nowhere near. There's not a chase scene. There's nothing. Ghostface just pops up. That's Scream 5's worst fucking problem is.
Yeah, no chase scenes.
Ghostface just pops up.
Well, it looks like we're on a pretty good streak because my number 4 is also Scream 2022.
Wow.
Yeah, so far we're having a pretty good streak. Wow. Again, not rehearsed. We didn't look at each other's list beforehand. This is like live. This is as we're going. So, yeah, I mean, I'd also put in my notes that it was pretty brutal, like for an opening, because you didn't really see it in the first one. By like again, what you said, I feel like they're trying to do the same shit. But again, at least with the first one, you had some suspense and some chase scenes right there. And this one, it was just straight up popping up out of nowhere
and more depth with like. We'll get into it, but like, you know, the parents coming home and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just sad. The music happens, and yeah.
So say shit like that is again, at least with Scream 5, they did it right because it was the one that came after Scream 4. 11 years later, I feel like they learned their lesson because they're like, what the fuck?
Don't fuck up that opening.
Yeah, don't fuck up the opening.
Don't you ever fuck up the opening scene.
Yeah,
it needs to be brutal. It needs to be emotional. It needs to hit you on all the feels. You can't have just fucking. She didn't even run anywhere. She stays in the kitchen the whole time.
Pretty much, or going from back and forth, and she stayed like from the hallway, the door, hallway, kitchen, like that whole shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I did like Jenna Ortega's like acting skills in that whole scene alone. Again, it just that was the only suspense I got was like her like fucking freaking out the entire time.
It's kind of weird. So. If Amber's that close, then Tara must be a neighbor? Like, across the street or something like that? Because in the original Scream, it seems like Stu's in, like, a farmhouse, like, way in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, where there's no other houses.
And that is a bit weird. I don't know why. Again, this is probably little plot holes they...
Yeah.
You know.
I just thought about that right now, so I just thought I'd throw that in there. But isn't that kind of strange? Didn't they make it in the first one look like there's a long road to get to Stu's house and there's nobody else around?
Yeah.
Kind of, it was like Casey's house. Like, it would take forever for the cops to get out here. Mm-hmm. Like, all that kind of shit. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, getting off topic here a little bit, but wow. High five, buddy.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Okay. Well, this one, I switched it around a little bit just because I got so much love for the other one that I have to
Oh no.
put this one here. I do. Mine Scream 6.
Okay.
It is Scream 6 in the number 3 spot. Number 3 spot. See me rubbing that shit? Number 3 spot. Right there. In the G spot? No, 3 spot. 3 spot. Number 3 spot. It's an awesome opening because we get 2 in this motherfucker. You see Ghostface reveal himself at first. And you're like, what the fuck's gonna happen? He stabs his teacher. Goes back to the apartment. Oh shit, real Ghostface is here with the old ass mask. His buddy's fucking sliced up in the fridge. Cool opening. Great. Cool. Now I see something red. And what was the other one? Who gives a fuck about movies? Cool fucking sayings from Roger Jackson.
Yeah.
A lot of cool shit. A lot of fun stuff. It is an awesome opening. It's very cool. That's why it's at my number 3. It just couldn't top my number 2, bro. Because I have so much love for it. Anyway, you go right ahead, James.
All right. Well, again, we are continuing to streak because Scream 6 is also.
And I switched mine.
Are you serious?
Originally, dude. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So for my number 3 spot, it is also Scream 6.
Wow.
I just liked how we get a twofer. We get 2 in 1. You get a somewhat.
You looked at my list, didn't you, bitch?
I did not.
You didn't?
I did not. I swear.
Okay, all right.
We get 2 in 1. You see a perspective of a killer, and the killer gets killed. And I thought that was somewhat fresh, and I thought it was something new.
Yeah.
And it just, again, I'm just trying to remember from like first time watching it in theaters and shit. I'm like, yeah, like I thought we were gonna go in a whole different direction. Again, I feel like the opening scene should set the tone of the movie, and that was the original vibe I was getting. I'm like, holy fuck, like we're gonna get the POV of a killer or some shit. Yeah, and even then, just fucking stabbing the fucking teacher, and then fucking Flash from Spider-Man fucking pulls off his mask.
And how cool would it have been if they could cleverly pull that off to where you didn't know who the other one was,
but you knew it was him.
But you knew he was one of them.
Hell yeah.
Like, that would have been a really cool twist.
And he's just, like,
throughout
everyone.
the movie, this motherfucker's it. And you see him interacting with everybody. Hey, Tara, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you did. But actually see them with a group of friends and see him through the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then, like, oh, God. Yeah, how cool. All right, number 2 spot, peeps. Scream 2.
Interesting.
Scream 2. Just because, one, I have mad nostalgia for this fucking opening. I love it. Because when you have the first one that's so fucking awesome, when you get to the second one, you have to do something brand new, something outside the house, something. They were trying new territory, but at the same time still keeping it kind of that meta shit to where it's like they're in a theater. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people dressed like Ghostface. It's going to go down here. What better way to fucking have the opening act than at a stab movie, the first one.
Yep.
So that's why Scream 2. And Jada Pinkett Smith dies.
Yeah.
Which we all wish would happen. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. Like, it's a great scene. It's cool because it's tricky and it's weird because everybody's in Scream outfits.
Yeah.
Ghostface outfits. So how would you know if there's an actual killer in this fucking auditorium? Well, there you go. You don't know. And the bitch ends up getting stabbed. Ask for my money. I want your money. Fuck you, bitch. Bam! Bam! You fucking dead. That's what happens. Anyway, go ahead, James. What's yours?
Well, I think we should just go ahead and celebrate right now because it looks like we're keeping the streak alive. Because
oh my God.
My number 2 is also Scream 2.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I switched them. You see my crossed out. You can see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I have it on my phone. Yeah, so the reason why I put Scream 2 as number 2, I mean, for obvious reasons, number 1 is Scream 96. The opening scene for Scream 2, it's something different. I mean, obviously from the first one, it's like with Casey Pecker and all that shit. And for the second one, it's like a whole different like play area. Like they're trying new shit. And again, like what you said, keeping things meta, they just do it in the movie theater in front of everybody. And it's crazy.
Where are most? Well, you weren't there, but like, I went to the theater and saw this stuff. So most people saw this in a theater. So you open up in a theater, right? Then you're extra tense through the whole fucking thing.
Because you're watching a theater experience while someone's dying in a theater experience.
Fuck! This is really happening right now?
And also, I keep saying this before, but also, like, the whole, like, where, like, I mean, it was Mickey that did the killing, but he fucking, yeah. Like, that shit. Like, you see his head go back a little bit because he fucking liked that shit. I mean, but yeah, other than that, in a theater, in front of everyone, like, how meta can you fucking get? Everyone running around in fucking Ghostface costumes. It's awesome. Like, I would have been thriving in that fucking environment.
I would have been pissed the fuck off because people are like, kill, 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 running around.
I'm gonna stab you, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Nah. You'd be like, shut the fuck up! Like, no one's seen this movie yet. It's a premiere. In Rialto. We have a Rialto here in Canada.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Right here in Mexico, we got a Rialto. Now is time for the number one, bitches. Number one is the number one Scream movie, Scream 1.
96.
Scream has the best opening ever, my friend.
Yeah.
The best. It's tense. It's scary. I think that's what they forget a lot is that you have to be. Can we scare some fuckers again? Like, that is still scary. When you watch that scene, you're like, fuck, I hope she makes it. And you know what's going to happen. Having her boyfriend, Steve.
Fucking.
And poor Steve.
Fucking tied up in the back. I was thinking about it all day. Because we spent all day coming up with our list and shit. That's crazy. We spent almost all fucking day coming up with our list, and we still managed to get the same fucking list every single time. It's crazy. But anyway, as I was thinking all day about my list and stuff like that, I put Scream as number one, not only because it's the original. It started everything. It started this whole fucking love, for this franchise. I remember watching this movie, the first one, when I was like 12, 13 years old, was like myself, and being home alone a lot. And then this bitch being home alone and then fucking dying and shit in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then I thought the same quote too, like, the police aren't gonna make it to you in time, all that shit, So I'm like, fucking watching it as a teenager growing up, and was like, and then being home alone most of the times myself, I'm like, holy fuck, am I gonna die, dude? Like, am I gonna die a virgin? Yeah, so, but I mean, aside from that, like, yeah, like, how can you not have the first movie on the top of your list for everything? When it comes to movies, when it comes to opening scenes, when it comes to fucking anything, how can you not?
It said this is what a Scream opening should be.
Exactly.
It starts like this. I don't know. And then even the second one, they're like, we're going to do something a little different. But even when Jada Pinkett's up there going, and fucking dying and all stupid, it still is like, you feel bad for her because no one's really is like, is this real or not? She's like looking at the crowd. She's like, all stinky.
Yeah.
And then she falls and dies. Like that. But then she's... But there's still some emotional weight there, a little bit. You get to Scream 3, it's out the window.
Yeah.
Scream 4 is completely out the window.
Yeah.
Scream 5, there's a little emotional weight, but not too bad because we don't fucking know this,
Yeah.
It's a new person, but Jenna sells it so well that it's good. And then Scream 6, seeing Samara Weaving getting fucked up, it's pretty brutal. But when fucking the Flash dies, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the Flash.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I still don't know his fucking name. I just know he's Flash.
He will always be known as Flash in the new Spider-Man. But Scream 1 is the shit. It's shown right then that this is going to be the game, like scary movies. And they've tried to make that a thing going on, but really they took a turn for the stab movies more than like just scary movies.
That was the thing too. I feel like they kind of lost themselves. They got lost in the sauce in between. Cause that was in the first movie, it was all about horror movies and fucking trivia about horror movies. And then as you progress throughout the series, it became just stab movies.
Yeah, what's your favorite scary movie? Nightmare on Elm Street. Ooh, I like that one. That's where he had knives for fingers, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Wes Craven put in a little stab at the fucking sequels there.
Yeah. The first one.
Well,
was
the first
great.
one was good, but the rest of them sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so beyond that, like the call, her boyfriend being tied up, and Steve out. He's out. He gets gutted. They show the guts. It's fucked up. Break into the house. House is on fire. Run out there. Breaks through the window. Stabs her ass. She still tries to run. And ends up getting fucked over like feet away from her parents. And doesn't even realize it until they pick up the phone. Casey, baby. You know?
Yeah.
And then you hear, and then it's done.
It's sad. It's sad as fuck.
It's sad.
It is
And
so
then
fucking sad.
Go to the Mackenzies, call the police, blah, 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 blah. And then she goes out there, screams, and who's hanging there? Fucking Drew Barrymore.
Dude, even the picture, like, have you seen the picture or like a still of that? Dude, that shit's fucking terrifying.
I'm sure it is.
It is fucking
Sure it is.
terrifying. Looking up stills for the first Scream video, which we did, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, that's a little plug-in for our first video. I remember just seeing a still of Drew Barrymore, like the prosthetic or something of her being hanged from the tree. Dude, that shit looks fucking scary. It looked so fake, but so fake that it looks real, and so real that it's scary. If that would make sense.
It makes total sense.
All right. I might be just drunk right now, but but it makes sense to me.
I get you. I understand what you're saying. But yeah, Scream 1, was it emotional? Set you up for like what's to come. Like, God, if we're starting out like this, like what the fuck's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a beautiful opening scene and a very memorable one. It's the one that sticks in your head the most, and that's why it is our number 1. So with that is our ranking, peeps. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you had something a little different than ours, or maybe the same as ours, let us know in the comments below. But for right now, this is Rock Hard.